What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. Time for some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we will be watching a series between Liquid's Jinro and SaSe. We can see Jinro spawning in the lower left-hand position of... Where are we? We are on... Oh my gosh, I completely am having a brain fart. Xel'Naga Caverns, that is where we are. Xel'Naga Caverns here. I cannot... I just woke up from a nap, actually. I am going to be 100% honest with you, so my brain probably a little bit slow. We're here at Xel'Naga Caverns, Jinro as the Red Terran player in the bottom left-hand position, and then we have got SaSe in the upper right-hand position as our blue Protoss player. Protoss versus Terran, SaSe versus Jinro here, yes, on Xel'Naga Caverns. Game number 1, yes, indeedy. Oh boy. I hope I don't have any more brain farts like that throughout the rest of the match, because that will be incredibly embarrassing. I do not know what my problem is. I obviously know the name of the map. I've casted about a bajillion games on it, so there you go. Supply Depot now just finishing over here for Jinro. He will be coming out immediately with his racks. We, of course, early game do want to pay attention to when and if gases do come out. If we're going to be seeing a 1 racks expand or a typical 2 or 3 racks opening here from Jinro, possibly even that 1-1-1 is something else he may end up going for. Back over here, SaSe again looking pretty standard, everything looking pretty normal thus far. 14 assimilator coming out. We should be seeing another pylon get dropped down sometime in the not too distant future as well. And back over here, SaSe with that scouting probe, but now moving into Jinro's base. We'll be doing a little bit of harass, and as we can see, that refinery is coming up, so everything looking very normal from him. And actually, we saw Jinro there pull the guy off of production and then bring him back through just to make the SCV pull through to that other direction. That's something you can do if you're dealing with harasses. Grab that unit, hit T to stop a building, and then right-click on the building and continue building, and that should move him through. Most times, that's what will happen. He'll move straight through, and you can avoid that probe harass as a result. And that's exactly what we saw there, so very nice play there by Jinro. Full saturation now coming out on that refinery. Still chasing around the probe there, and actually SaSe dropping down that pylon momentarily just to delay the placement of that tech lab. As you can see, Jinro now lifting off and dropping the tech lab. He couldn't do that with that pylon in the way prior. Back inside of the main base of SaSe, we can see the Cybernex course coming through. He is coming out with that second gas as well. Still nothing telling from either player, in all honesty. Everything looking very standard. We do have that first Stalker coming out, as well as Warp Gate Research, and then continuing to probe up as well. Hasn't saturated that assimilator. I don't know if that's a mistake or if he's just being a little slow. It looks like he's just going to be slowly filling that up there with the probes that come out. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Proxy pylon down over here for SaSe, maybe planning a little bit of harass. However, we do have some Marauder aggression that does appear to be coming out here. We can see pumping up Marauders, but that early concussive shell is really the telltale sign. That pretty much informs us that he does plan to move out with a little bit of Marauder aggression early on. So 1 Marauder, following that up with a Marine, but that concussive shell is going to allow him to do a bit of damage. He could also just be chilling out and just use that for defense, but more times than not, when you see that early concussive shell, it does imply, even if it's just a little bit of aggression, that the Terran player will be attempting some sort of aggression. Stalker moving its way across the map. We still have this proxy pylon down there, probe heading its way back home. 1 sentry is now out. We're coming out with a 2nd sentry and 2 more gateways. It does look like a 3-gate expand, but again, keep in mind, 1 Marine and 1 Marauder working across the map. SCV Scout does not... Oh, yes, he does. He does manage to scout that pylon, so he's aware of that. And while Jinro just content with actually gaining that vision, gaining map control, ends up pulling back there. Just wants to ensure 100% that he does take down this pylon, so moving back with all of his forces. We'll be dropping that as quickly as possible. And back over here inside of the main, we can see 1-1-1 is the name of the game over here for Jinro. It's got that Rax factory, and here comes that starport. It does look like that tech lab is being reserved specifically for the starport. Unfortunately, it does appear like they were dealing with a little bit of lag. That is never a good thing in a StarCraft matchup. Here comes some 3 gateway aggression here from SaSe. In conjunction with this expansion, he will be pushing forward and providing a little bit of aggression. However, major issue here is that Jinro really isn't planning on expanding, and with his bunker up, he should really be okay against this. Again, a couple of Stalkers here and sentries Also have that probe moving on up, but look at this. Here we go. Cloaked Banshees in the works, and a little bit concerned here. SaSe doesn't have anything yet, but actually, you know what? He should in time. He does have that robotics facility coming on through. He, in all honesty, should definitely have an observer out in time to deal with any Cloaked Banshees by the time that cloak research finishes. Don't think he's going to have a problem. Here comes a little bit of a push right now, and that's actually a lot of Stalkers, Zealots, and Sentries moving forward. And that bunker is going to be dropped very quickly. Jinro trying to micro back, pulling all of his SCVs off the line. He realizes he's in a little bit of danger, but with all his SCVs, he should be able to push back that amount of units, at least at the moment. But here we go, more guys getting warped in, and Jinro is kind of in a tough position right now. He's moving out with an attempted counterattack here with that first Banshee, but here comes the push. Stalker heavy force moving up here for SaSe. Very nice force field, allowing him to catch up there to the Marauder and drop it, and that's going to be a major issue right now. Jinro just sitting with 2 Marines here defending his main base, plus all of his SCVs, forced to cancel off his building expansion. He is hoping that this does a lot of damage. However, I do not believe it is going to, and this is not looking good at all for Jinro. He is in a very tough spot right now, trying to repair, letting that cloak research finish. Now, cloak is down, but even though he's got cloak, it doesn't really matter because we've got an observer just about to come through, and that's going to allow the Stalkers to take him out. And there you go. The Banshee in the main does get sniped down very quickly. That Banshee gets sniped down with cloak detection from this observer, and that is a quick victory for SaSe. Jinro opening up with the 1-1-1, going for fast cloak Banshees, was not prepared for this 3-gate push that we did see from SaSe. In conjunction with this 3-gate push, SaSe also coming up with an expansion. Unfortunately, by the time the cloak Banshees came into play, SaSe had enough time to get out an observer, be able to spot that Banshee that was attacking his natural, take that out, and make for the quick victory. That is game number 1, quickly going to SaSe. We'll be moving on to game 2 in just a moment. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.